In this video, I'm going to discuss some tips and techniques for installing Timbertech cap composite decking. We'll go over the tools you'll need, tips on framing, how to limit expansion and contraction, as well as installation best practices, including fastening options. First, here's a list of tools you'll need to get started. A sliding compound miter saw is your best option for cutting Timbertech deck boards, and we recommend a fine-tooth carbide tip blade. You can also use a jigsaw with a fine-tooth blade for cutting in around posts and other obstructions. We recommend you don't use a cordless saw to cut deck boards. These saws can result in the ends of the boards chipping. To begin, let's talk about framing and blocking. Before you start installing your deck boards, you want to make sure your framing is level, structurally sound, and that there's no nails or screws sticking out. If you're working with an existing frame and you need to replace or add new joists, be sure the tops of these boards are also at the height of the existing frame and crowned in the correct direction. Any high or low spots on your joists will show through to the surface. With the variations in today's framing material, it's important to pay close attention to board widths so that the top of your frame remains level. These three 2x8s can vary anywhere from a 1/16 to 3/8 of an inch. Timbertech decking has been tested and approved for 16-inch on-center applications. But if you feel you want a more rigid surface to your deck, you may want to decrease the spacing to 12 inches on center. To further help reduce movement and provide a stronger frame overall, we strongly recommend adding blocking every 4 to 6 feet. Now let's get started on the installation. We'll be showing a picture frame application on our finished deck. You can do a single, double, or even a triple picture frame and mix in different colors for a custom look. This is also a great way to cover the ends of cut deck boards. One thing to keep in mind, Timbertech decking will have expansion and contraction with changes in temperature. One way to help limit the movement is to keep the boards as cool as possible before and during install. Because the boards will contract with cooler temperatures, we don't recommend cutting them the night before you install. When face fastening boards, we recommend our Timbertech top lock fastener. Fasteners should be driven perpendicular to the boards and should never be toe-nailed. Screws should be driven flush to the surface and not over-driven, or splitting will occur. Fasteners should not be installed closer than 3/4 of an inch from board ends, and pre-drilling is required at 1.5 inches or closer to the ends of planks. When installing fasteners at butt joints, Timbertech requires double joisting or blocking to allow a fastener at both sides of the joint. This applies to both face fastening and hidden fastening systems. Now, let's go over rim joist covers. Be sure to have a solid backer wide enough to support the entire width of your rim joist cover. To install the rim joist covers, Timbertech recommends using the top lock fascia fastening system. Using the Timbertech fascia bit, the top lock fascia system is designed to drill a hole wide enough for the fastener to freely pass through the rim joist cover and attach into the rim board while countersinking the head of the fastener. The top lock fascia screw should be driven flush with the surface. The screw should hang the fascia to allow for expansion and contraction. With simple care, your new deck can look beautiful for years to come. For more information on installing Timbertech decking, you can find our guide online.